Hello, this is Rich Campe, your thinking coach. Today's great message, I am grateful for this time that we get to share together, and the intentional message is purpose. Part of the sweet spots, the 3 P's. Purpose. Purpose. What's that? This is your God-given ability, right? So I'll never forget a story Jack Wilder told me. He was sitting on the board for an event with Sharper Image. And it was in the inner city of Chicago, and there was, 500 kids in the audience, and they had this panel, and it was Michael Jordan, Walter Payton, Jack Wilder, my mentor, my coach, and the CEO of Sharper Image. And Walter Payton was saying, look, if anyone knows Walter Payton, but one of the greatest running backs ever in the history, played for the Chicago Bears, and part of, just the all-star Super Bowl team with the Super Bowl Shuffle, right? And he said, he used to run the bleachers at Soldier Field, and he would stay late and show up early for practice. And then many of you may know Michael Jordan, right? And obviously he's an amazing, played for the Chicago Bulls, one of the greatest basketball players ever in history. And both of them were just saying, you could be anything you want. You just have to work hard, and you have to be disciplined, and you have to have motivation. And it got to Jack's turn, and Jack said, I'm not sure I understand some of what you're saying. And CEO of Sharper Image was like, what do you mean? What? You don't sound like there's a misconnect here, Jack. I don't understand. You don't think they need to work hard and be motivated? He goes, yes, I think they do need to work hard and be motivated. However, let me ask you a question, Mr. Jordan. How much does your coach make? And he goes, my coach does well. What's your point? He goes, well, how much does he make? He goes, he makes a couple million a year. He does pretty well. What about your trainer? Yeah, he makes several $100,000 a year. And what about your defensive line coach? How about him? He goes, yeah, he does well too, probably close to $1 million. What's your point? He goes, look, here's the deal. A lot of these kids in this room, they might spend their entire life trying to be a professional athlete in the NBA or in the NFL. And they're gonna waste a big majority of their life trying to be something they will never become, right? So isn't it possible that a lot of these kids in this room might be great coaches, athletic trainers, presidents of the NFL or the NBA? They might be great at, massage or being doctors, that they operate on knees and shoulders and things like that. So it might not be that they're all gonna play in the NFL or the NBA, and they could waste a big majority of their life. He says, Jack's 6'7", and Jack says, look, I played all the way through college. In fact, I had a scholarship. But I realized going into my senior year that I was never gonna make it to the NBA, because I did not have the twitch muscles in my legs that enabled me or empowered me to jump as high as you do, Mr. Jordan. It just was not gonna happen. So I had to get that straight in my head and make an alignment change and do something else that God called me to do. So it's not just work really hard and be really motivated. That's a big phony bag of lies. You can't just run in a direction because you're motivated and excited and think you're gonna see a sunset when you're going in the wrong direction. It just doesn't work. So really figure out what's your God-given talent, your ability, your purpose, and work towards that. Now, when you align that, the passion and the purpose together, and you guessed that the next video is gonna be, the vlog is gonna be on profit. So if you haven't sent that time tracker in, do it now. This is Coach Rich Campe saying, how will you be the first believer to track your time to understand your purpose?